Good morning, everyone. Yalancy Peterson here. Today it is Monday, August the 20th, 2018. It is now 11:35 a.m. Making a quick video in response to a comment that I received on a different video. The gentleman here, he wrote, it was not intended to be a full-time job. For some drivers, they had to make this a full-time job. I had to make this a full-time job. I was facing a situation where I lost my job and I was put in a very bad situation, and I had to find a way to make the money quickly. And I thought that Uber was the way out for me. I thought Uber was the way up. It was certainly presented that way to me. I put in the work I could, but in the end, the income did not measure up to the expectations, even after driving 12 to 14 hours a day, 6-7 days a week, giving up virtually everything. I decided to go into Uber Black, Uber Lux, and Uber Select, and the income goals are met, but it has its challenges there as well too. So anyway, my response to him saying that this was not intended to be a full-time job, my response to him was this: your comment tells me that it's okay. Uber makes billions of dollars. Its executives make millions. Its employees make great salaries and enjoy full benefits. And the riders pay the cheapest rates possible, while drivers do everything better than taxis, plus maintain and insure vehicles at less than minimum wage compensation, because it's supposed to be a side gig. You know, when you look at the fact that the average driver is financing the car, is maintaining the car, is putting gas in the car every day, bears a lot of responsibility when it comes to transporting people back and forth. You have drivers that are being assaulted by dangerous riders, and there's very little assurance that you're going to get a good rider. Most people are good, but I just read a story the other day of a gentleman who was assaulted. He picked up some people, the 3 people in the back of the car, and then the guy in front assaulted him, took his car, totaled it out. He's now out of work. His car is gone. What is he gonna do? And he's getting no support from Lyft. It was a scary thought. And to say that, oh, it's not supposed to be a full-time job. Some people had to make this a full-time job. You know, it comes a point where you have to look at it and you have to realize this. The drivers are not asking to become rich off of this. The drivers aren't even asking for benefits. What the drivers are asking for is for fair compensation. When everything is said and done, 11 cents a minute is not fair compensation. I'm sorry, but when I take 0.17 cents a minute and I multiply that times 0.75, because Uber keeps a 25% commission of that, and that gives me 12.75 cents a minute. And then I multiply that times 60 minutes. That's $7.65 an hour. I don't think $7.65 an hour is minimum wage. And I don't think $7.65 an hour is enough to maintain any vehicle, much less use it to pay rent, to buy a reasonable amount of food, to have decent clothes, any of those other things. To tell a driver that, okay, you know, it's not supposed to be a full-time job. What you're telling me is, okay, you're supposed to go out and get a real job and then use your car to drive around people for little side hustle money so that everyone is happy in this whole thing. I personally have a problem with that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe my logic is completely messed up, because, you know, apparently I'm supposed to be crazy, delusional, and stupid. So I would love to hear the comments that my subscribers have on this. you know, maybe the rider is right. You know, this isn't supposed to be a full-time gig. You know, tell me. All I know is this: I have to make this a full-time gig until I'm able to go into something else. I have to make this a full-time gig. But why would I want to? I know what it feels like having a full-time job. I've had a full-time job on and off for the last 27 years. And at the end of the day, I ended up here in this car. So, and I enjoy what I do. It has its challenges, but ultimately I do enjoy what I do. And because I decided to move to Uber Select, Uber Black, and Uber Lux, I do enjoy better pay in this vehicle. But I also sympathize with my UberX drivers because I was there. I know what my UberX drivers are going through. I know what my fellow UberX drivers are going through. And I personally don't think it's right. I think the way to solve the issues with the pay for the drivers, the per minute charge needs to be increased so when everything is said and done, the driver is taking home 35 cents a minute. That's what it needs to be. I think that is fair. Leave the per minute rates, the per mile rates the way they are. But the per minute charge needs to increase so that the driver is taking home 35 cents a minute. That's a little over $20 an hour. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you very much. Have a great day.